One thing that's really obvious to me is that it is so easy to create obstacles and find yourself stuck because of literally almost anything. And in this episode, I want to talk about 3 reasons why you're stuck and what you can do about it. So stay tuned because I really feel like this episode is going to help, if not free, someone who has been stuck for a while. So the first reason why you are stuck is likely because you are seeking validation and not considering your actual value. That is so crucial. Too often, many of us, we're looking for validation. We're looking for someone to say or something to be able to validate an idea or a concept that we are vacillating with, not realizing that we need to focus on the value. And I don't mean the monetary value, but I simply mean what value it is to you or what value you bring to the situation. So, what can you do about this if you are stuck in this particular area where you are seeking validation? I ask that you write down the value that you or the thing you want brings to you. And this is a personal journey, so we can consider how it is valuable to other people later. This is about how it's valuable to you. And when you're done with the list, read it out loud with the words, I get to blank in front of it. So for example, if it is something that you are desiring to create and you are stuck because you feel like no one is going to want the thing that you are creating, no one is going to want to buy it, no one is going to see its value like you see its value, put the words, I get to create, and then say that thing. And once you put those words in front of it, those I get to words in front of it, you will realize, your heart will realize, your mind will recognize that it is valuable because not everybody gets the opportunity to do what you can do. And so the approval that you're looking for is working in tandem with the feelings of fear and failure or fear of success. And you have to, rather than associate your value with a tangible goal, think solely about how you know that you are getting to do something that you value most. Sometimes the validation that you're looking for is self-fulfilled, and you may be looking for a particular check mark, but it's so important to remember that regardless of whether or not anybody validates you, you don't need validation. You don't need permission to move forward. You simply have to consider how valuable that thing is to you or how valuable you are to that thing. They work hand in hand. The second reason why you might be stuck is because you're comfortable. You're comfortable not being consistent. It is so easy to become inconsistent. It's so accessible. And one change in your routine can set you on a path to inconsistency, which leads to feelings of inadequacy really quickly if we are not careful. And so I implore you to not get comfortable with allowing your routine to get jarred. Plan your week, plan your day in advance, and build in buffers to ensure that your most important tasks get done. I've been doing this for a while now, and it's been helping me so much. And I have some tools that I want to share with you. I'll link them in the show notes so that you can use them. One of them is my daily intentions planner. I literally use it every single day to get my whole life together. And then I've been using just like a monthly planner, weekly planner to plan out my week. And I promise you, it's making such a difference. Even today, I knew that I had about 40 minutes and I had to get some feedback to a teacher, and I had to work on a meeting agenda for tomorrow. And so as you can see, each of these tasks are pretty important, but I had already moved one of them from the day prior to today. So rather than allow myself to choose what task I wanted to tackle, I reminded myself of a rule that I created to do the task that I keep pushing off first. And that small rule helped me to accomplish the goal. And it caused me to not choose what to do, but and I say that because sometimes I'll just choose the thing that makes me more comfortable or something that I feel like I could do over the other thing. But the rule helped me to create boundaries where I previously didn't have them. So I'm really working on this myself, like not being comfortable with inconsistency. It's why I talk about it so much. It's why I'm making it a priority for me, because I got goals and I'm sure you do too. And we cannot become comfortable with inconsistency. We have to use planning and routines and systems, and even checking in with someone else to assist you. Like today, I asked my husband to help me to make sure that I have lunch every day, because it's something that, because I'm doing so many other things, or it really, to be honest, sometimes I don't make it a priority. And in doing so, I missed the mark and I be hungry, child. I had an apple and some Funyuns today for lunch, and it was some trash. So I said, let me tap my husband in. It was actually a recommendation by my homegirl. Like, why don't you tap Thomas in, because you know he is routine centric and he gonna help get you all the way together. And sure enough, when we got home today, while we were doing all of the nighttime routine things with the kids, he pulled out the lunch meat, because he asked me what I wanted to eat. I told him I just want a sandwich. And he pulled out the lunch meat, the bread, and the mayonnaise, and made me a sandwich just like that. And I really appreciated that. And so that goes to even remind you that you don't have to do it all alone. Have an accountability person, have someone who can assist you, delegate certain things, but don't get comfortable being inconsistent, because it's so easy to. Like, I promise you, I've been trying to record this episode for 2 nights now, and I normally would use my microphone and, have a whole setup, and I've been video recording. But honey, I found myself just putting it off. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do this right now. And so here you go. It's not going to be long, but it's going to be strong. And so point number 2 is, do not get comfortable being inconsistent. Okay. Make sure you check out the ebook that I have, Stop Stopping. I will link it below in the show notes so that you have a resource for you as it relates to inconsistency. The third and final reason why you are stuck is likely because you lack clarity. And lacking clarity makes you lazy. Lacking clarity makes you lazy. When I don't already want to do something, the fastest way that I don't do it is to not have all the details. Like, I know that about myself. And I tend to automatically avoid it because I know subconsciously that it's something that I can't accomplish without dedicating thought and energy in it in a way that I may not either have time for or believe I have time for, or there's bits and pieces that are missing, right? And so what happens is I'll just put it off. And one thing that I've been practicing to help in this area, and I suggest that you do the same, is to build in planning time so that you get certain things done. For me, I've decided that on Mondays, I'm going to allocate time in the evening to plan out my week as it relates to my home life and my personal life. And it allows me to know what I'm feeding the kids, when I'm going to do the grocery order, when I'm going to do laundry, and anything else. Like, it's really been helping me. That plus now, like I just told you, delegating and asking for help, those things are going to change the game for me. I know it. And I think it will do the same for you. So try it. But since I began practicing this, I've been so much more effective and efficient. And I felt better about myself, because for a while I noticed that I've been attaching inconsistency to self-worth a little bit, and that is kind of dangerous. And so I've been fighting to be very routine centric, be more organized, ask for help. And in doing so, I've literally been feeling better about myself, and it's caused the ball to keep rolling. So yeah, I suggest the same for you. Like I said, and I say it all the time, like the things that I talk about them from experience. Like I'm not just reading a textbook and then regurgitating things on this podcast. I literally live this life, and I'm learning that it's in the doing that it gets done, right? So as we are super busy, as we have so much to accomplish, we have to find ways to still serve the purpose that God put in our hearts to do. And that takes order. It takes consistency. It takes routines in order to be effective in all the things that we do, all the things that we are, that make up who we are. And I'm reminded of the 1% rule. I've talked about it before. My homegirl and we talk about it pretty often, but it pretty much just says be 1% better every day. And I know James Clear talks about it in Atomic Habits, but I'm not sure if he's the originator of it. However, the 1% rule is all about being 1% better or doing 1% more every day, right? And so by way of compound interest, at the end of the year, if you were just 1% better every single day, by the end of the year, you would be 365% more better, or not more better, more ahead of where you were when you started. Sometimes it's about just starting and keep going. Like, you don't have to have all the layers and all the levels, and every idea doesn't have to come to fruition tomorrow, and you don't have to be so far down the line, because what happens is you begin to find ways to stumble, or you'll find reasons to not do certain things because you're so far down the line. But just think about the 1% rule. Be 1% better, be 1% more organized. Write down, 3 things that you want to accomplish, and accomplish them. That makes you check the box for that particular day. Like one thing, stick to the one thing. And in doing so, over time, that muscle is going to build up, and you're going to find yourself unstuck. So I hope that this helps. I will do my best to get this episode out. If not on Thursday, by Friday it will be out, because I want to make sure that I stay consistent and stay on task and stay committed to what I say I'm going to do. And I look forward to next week's episode, because, we outside. We here. All right. I love you all, and I will talk to you very soon. Take care.